Redeemable. God damn, brother.
That hurt.
Reality is harsh.
Whoa, wait. Well, I mean, yeah, the Angela Earth.
Dude, I'll wait. Go ahead.
I mean, it was an expression.
Yep, it's a good ban coming in from AREA77, right? They're looking ahead of time. And I think that the ZTM ban also has some logic behind it, because a lot of the reason why they were losing fights in game number 1 was because of information, right?
Yeah.
It was the lack of information for AREA77. And every time they made a move, they got punished.
Another thing, if the airstrike open and then Zetian user ult can cancel that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. But they still have
But Gata
ways,
could do that
so.
too. Oh, Suyo!
Oh.
Suyo Esmeralda.
I don't know about this one.
Where is... Well, yes, there's damage from the 1-1 Farsa.
No, I think that the Suyo may not... I think they're going to comfort picks, right? It has to be comfort picks at this point, because Suyo doesn't do well into this particular matchup. Yes, he chunks out the Yishin Shin given the right opportunities, but the Phoveus is going to be difficult to deal with. The Gatot as well, and most important, now that they've got the Farmus, it doesn't feel like Onic PH can do too many mistakes, right? It's just, oh, I overextend. Drop down the ult.
In case there's any new players, this was the traditional way to deal with the 1-1, where when she uses the crossbow of Tang, you open up your ult so it doesn't like always refreshes. And the thing is, once you get like 2 or 3 items, your Ghost Bursters will be able to deal enough damage to 1-1, because she's a mid-range hero, so she will inevitably get hit by those Ghost Bursters as well. So very smart pick, showing their experience, showing the amount of years that they put into this game. But now, again, this is potentially AREA77's last game. I'm going to give it over to Gideon as well as Brigida.
Thanks, LaFell. Woo! All right, now that the technical pauses are out of the way, it's time we start moving into the game to see what is important between our 2 fighters, our gladiators, fighting for tournament life from NA. It's AREA77 on the blue side, facing off against a super fam, Onic PH on the red side.
Man, these last picks coming in from Super Friends. Such interesting choices all the time. They always make sense. It felt like they had much more room to ban out other heroes too, because since AREA77 already revealed the Farsa, they didn't have to take out the Valentina and whatnot, so it was an easy option for Onic PH here. But then again, let's see how they play this out. Seems like the plan is to still go in aggressively, potentially get the first blood, and they will. How fortunate is it that they actually get Shiro even?
A pretty bad mistake. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to get punished this hard, because you see the initial tap the blade surge into the wall. He wanted to go over the wall to get right on top of the Litho Wanderer as it spawned. Had he gotten that, he would have more than enough time to not only take the Litho, but go to his purple buff. But the cooldowns, right? They're still pretty long in the earlier stages of the game. Just a nice chain of CC from Super Friends and Brusco.
Yeah, and also interesting, somehow Shiro still able to catch up. Also stole away that gold crab away. They find a way to deal with Brusco as well. So they even out the kill score, and they might actually try to go for Kinko. What? Maybe not the best decision, especially as you're trying to catch up. So that just hands over 2 kills in the early game for King Kong.
That has to be... That was quite the mistake. I'm not sure, because he knew what the jungle pathing was. He shows up by Litho Wanderer, knows that he doesn't have his orange buff, therefore it should still be up. Gets into the fight, they do make the initial play on towards Brusco's side, but then why go further than that? Why go make your way towards Beetle's side? And you know that you're low.
You literally handed over the information, and now Ureshi gets handed over to Onic PH as well. Ghostbusters already committed. Joy Bodge, will he still try to attempt to scout, though? I don't think at this point AREA77 should actually try to contest for anything, and just as they still want to farm, Shiro gets denied of that. King Kong's the only one who worked on the objective. There's the Curse of the Crow, however. Super Friends dodging all those feathered airstrikes, still survives, also dodges the falling Star Moon. AREA77 doesn't get to punish them at all.
AREA77 need to take a deep breath right now, because they're playing a little nervous, right? They're making these desperate moves when honestly it's not a desperate situation within the game. I understand the elimination is on the line here, but if they don't recollect themselves, these mechanical mistakes, Onic PH will start disrespecting you. We need to see you hold your ground like you did in game number 1.
Okay, Joy Bodge Do they have the damage to deal with him? King Kong catches up Mountain Shocker into Joy Bodge. Will actually get to punish, not even punish, just clearly take him down. Shiro gets chased by Super Prince. AOG committed by Brusco. They're forcing the fight right here. There goes the NetherRealm as well, surviving or allowing them to survive. Things are not looking too good. It's already a 6-1 kill score.
Hunter, please, we need you to land these shots. He's trying to be... Oh, wait, no! Ureshi finds a play of his own, but it did come at the cost of his flicker. If he manages to walk it, it'll be great, but no, he's gonna fall as well. You can see this desperation oozing out of AREA77.
You need to see the chemistry, their familiarity with one another come in, because it feels like they're doing too much things, separate things, individually in this game, which clearly is not the way to go up against this lineup, especially if you're trying to play around certain heroes of AREA77, because being this much behind, especially on Shiro, doesn't guarantee the space that your other members need to farm up.
Yes, and right now, you can tell that when it comes down, when people talk about experience, right, most people are thinking, oh, you need to have a certain level of game IQ. No, Onic PH has years of protocols that they've implemented in their game, force of habits when they see certain movements across the map. When you see someone like Ureshi walks up, guess who's there? Kirk, keeping an eye on it. And with that being said, their numbers advantage can pinch them whenever they want to. With the lead that they have, they're forcing it.
Dark Wave and Infernal Pursuits into the AOG. Even with those two setups, it's all enough for Onic PH to take down several members from AREA77, and now it's an easy way for them to convert. Just 5 minutes into this game, they'll actually get to take the tier 1 in mid.
Yep, this mid trio from Onic PH. Now bulldozing their way, the most important structure of the mid lane collapses, and the anchor of AREA77 just struggling. Like, I mean, ISO, he's doing okay, right? He's trying to hold on to this wave, but the single assist, and more importantly so, the crab control from Kelra is only going to propel him forward, right? 92 gold, honestly not that bad. ISO is holding on despite Kelra's initial assist.
Oh, but Shiro gets caught here in the middle of 3, or actually 4 members of Onic PH. That's already monster kill for King Kong. Gets to use the Mountain Shocker onto Hunter. And with the AOG, they don't get to catch Joy Bodge, but still, those are 2 crucial members from AREA77 already.
The one thing that you should never give Onic PH, it's tempo. They've got not only a decent lead on their side that we've seen a lot of teams recover from, even at the top of their game, but tempo is too powerful.
That's Kirk dealing with 2 members all by himself. And with that little help he got from Super Prince, they got to kill ISO for the first time. So all members of AREA77, they're clearly struggling at this point in time.
Any play that they make is going to get disengaged. They need to understand how this composition works from the side of Onic PH. They're getting bulldozed through because they don't have the right abilities at the right times. Not to mention, not even the items, right? So it feels hopeless. The only ways we see Onic PH actually dropping the ball mainly comes from Brusco. His AOG is a game changer right now. Great disengage, but more importantly, it forces AREA77 to use a battle spell if they are caught out in the open. We need to start with that. Punish Brusco. Get that AOG out of the way, and then be patient if Onic PH makes a mistake.
And that might just be the way they're planning to go. And their first step is to maybe avoid the fights for now, as they look for the trades on the opposite sides of the map. But will Onic PH actually let you avoid these fights? Kirk will try to chase down Shiro, forced to use the Retribution. AOG gets dodged, but he won't get to judge the Infernal Pursuits. And they finally deal with him once again for the 6th time in this game.
Honestly, it's not too bad because there's no jungle camps that Shiro could have taken, right? No jungle camps to invade and steal. Taking that tier 2 is not that bad, and dying for a 6th time at this point really isn't much goal to the side of Onic PH. They can kill him another 4 more times, and then yes, we have the Diggy, good old Diggy feeding strap, but even so, he's basically pretty worthless.
Yeah, Ureshi's gonna try his very best to escape this chase from Onic PH. Fortunately, has the mobility as an Esmeralda and the flicker to keep him safe. But that doesn't change the fact that he'll get to find King Kong in the mid lane, and King Kong's the one who has enough damage to actually deal with him there.
They've already taken down Ureshi here. Onic PH, they want anybody other than Shiro right now. Shiro just doesn't give them enough gold. It's not worth the time. They've already taken one off of ISO. They've taken one off of Ureshi at this point. Sorry, 3 off of Ureshi. They just need to get these holy shields down. If they're able to crack these holy shields early on, this Lord could be devastating for Onic PH. They have a 6.4k lead with the majority of their carries already moving to their 3rd item.
Yeah, that's already Blade of Despair that you can see. Oh, doesn't even get to use the ejector. He's just cancelled by the Dark Wave as well. Feathered Airstrike doesn't deal enough damage either towards the members of Onic PH. So they're not gonna force a fight. Look at King Kong just working on other things across the map. ISO tries to fight against him, but that might not be the right choice. Just look at the damage coming in from this 904 Yi Sun Shin.
3 empowered auto attacks is all he needs to take out ISO. There's really no counterplay to that. For now, Shiro, understanding his role, hey, if there's anything I need to do, it's to push these towers. The holy shielding from the side of AREA77 starts to collapse, and that's perfect for Onic PH. They're setting up this lore. They don't care. Take the Econ turrets on the tier 2s. Yes, they're not buffed up anymore, and they'll take a little bit shorter to break down, but when this lord falls into the hands of Onic PH, they're going to look to end.
Yeah, these are things that Onic PH just willingly chose to let go of. They just allowed Shiro to take those turrets, to take the orange buff. It's not like they don't have any information whatsoever that he's doing that anyway. And now they assign Kirk to go for the chase. He might just deny Shiro of his path to getting back to his base, but at least for now, AREA77, they definitely have to find a way to defend and deal with this upcoming siege.
And now they're calling the squadron back. They're like, whatever, you can take an inhibitor if you want to. You can try, because we're going to close out this game, Shiro. You decide your fate. As we see Onic PH now knocking on the front door.
Oh, he probably tried to buy some time, but look at the Feather Airstrike immediately cancelled by the Dark Wave. There goes the Unstoppable Force and the Ejector onto Kelvin, but the Netherrealm saves him just in time, and even the crossbow of Tang doesn't feel like it dealt enough damage against Onic, but it will be enough to at least send them back.
All right, they took an inhibitor. They're looking for one more inhibitor. And Shiro, he's already gotten that initial push, but for some reason, they decided to switch Kirk and Brusco, right? With 2 inhibitors now, Brusco is finally back in. He's been holding the AOG this entire time! Oh my god!
And there goes the AOG, who actually somehow gets to dodge it, but will he be able to dodge the damage coming from Onic PH? Might not. And now they gain access to the base. This looks like it's finally it for Onic PH, but AREA77 still find a way to clear it.
Another wave is about to collapse. Top side is going to go through, and it looks like Onic, they're waiting for a mistake. They can't really necessarily force it. They already technically made a mistake by diving too far, and now they're just waiting for the waves to make sure that this is an inevitable end.
Yeah, fortunately they get to dodge those potential setups coming in from Onic PH, but the death timers aren't that long, so they might have to respect that a bit as well. All members of AREA77 are back in this game, but they seem to want to end it as soon as they can. They find a target there. They look for Joy Podge. They finally get to take him down. ISO gets to find the stacks, but there's a Winter Crown and another realm. And this might finally be the opportunity for Onic PH to end things. They don't have the minions, however, but that's a near wipeout for AREA77. ISO will try to find an opening, but that will be denied from them. And this means that Onic PH will stay in this tournament.